this is going to be my 31-week pregnancy update. I am currently 31 weeks and 2 days, so I'm quite close to 31 weeks, then 32. But yeah, we are at 31 weeks. I had my growth scan last week, so I thought I'd do an update now just to fill you in with what's going on. I do have some cheeky monkeys running around, and this one's in a bit of a grump because he's got serious bed hair. What is this? And he's teething, so he will probably be in and out of the video. So yeah, we are at 31 weeks and we're doing quite well. There's not really much to report on symptoms wise, purely for the fact that I don't seem to have symptoms in pregnancy, as weird as it seems. I seem to just fly through it. Obviously until you get to the end. Until you get to the end, and then you get obviously like the what's it called? Like all the late symptoms like heartburn, the backache, and all the stuff, like everything like that. So yeah. And noisy babies. Look, showing off your belly. Your belly. Your belly. Oh, their belly. Oh, their belly. So enough of Joshua, because this video isn't about Joshua, is it? No, it's about me and the baby. So yeah, we had I'll go straight into it for the results of the growth scan. We did see her and she was fine. She was very lively, very jumpy, which she is. She honestly does not stop moving at all. All day she moves. And I know that they're supposed to have like breaks of like quiet spells and then big movements and then quiet spells again. But it just seems to be all constantly on the go. She doesn't stop. But maybe that's just because I don't really pay attention to the times when she is resting. I don't know, but I do feel her quite a lot. So the sonographer said that we did have a very lively baby. She hasn't seen one move like as much as ours did for a while. So not sure if that was reassuring or not, but hey ho. So she had quite a difficult time trying to get all the measurements and that, but we got there in the end. Blood flow from placenta to baby through the cord is still fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So we know that the placenta's working fine. Fluid level is still normal. So we haven't got to worry about that. There's enough of the fluid in there, Joshua. There's enough fluid in there, so they're not concerned about anything like that. However, she is still measuring quite small. She's still plotting below the 10th centile line, but she's following her own sort of line. So whereas like the 10th centile line, obviously it starts at the bottom and it slowly curves up, she's sort of following that line but below it. So she's gaining weight, and they've said that that's obviously a really good thing that she's gaining weight. Obviously if she wasn't gaining weight, there'd be, you know, a dip or a significant loss or she wouldn't be following that line, if that makes sense. So yeah, she's doing quite well growth wise. So their concerns dropped a little bit. They've said that they don't think I will need to be induced at 34 weeks because she's gaining weight. But when I asked if we would make it to the due date, they said no, not a chance. they will more than likely induce between 37 and 38 weeks. So we're looking at anywhere from the second week of August for her arrival, possibly. I haven't discussed anything with my midwife from the home birth team yet, obviously, because I haven't seen her. I was supposed to be seeing her yesterday, but she had to cancel the appointment. So I am waiting to hear from her. I think she said she's back in tomorrow, so I will hear of her tomorrow to see when I'll be seeing her, and obviously I'll be able to like discuss things with her and get her opinion of what may or may not happen and stuff like that. You know, she may suggest pushing to go as far as possible, so that we can get the home birth, or she might just say just go with whatever the hospital decides. So we'll see. It's looking more hopeful than it did 2 weeks ago, but obviously we're still not quite sure what's going on or anything. The consultant just seems to think that she's just going to be a small baby in general, rather than it being a health concern. So that's always good news to hear, obviously. So yeah, it's you know, comes down to the fact that we'll probably be seeing her sooner than we expected, which obviously isn't a bad thing, although I said from the beginning that I wanted to go over this time. Like, I really wanted to go over, so that I could have a September baby, just so that there was a bit more of a gap between Joshua and this one, but that doesn't look the case anymore, so yeah. However, they did say that if her weight drops and she stops gaining weight, then they will have to look at early induction and steroid injections and all that sort of stuff. But fingers crossed it doesn't go that far, and we're doing quite well. So our next hospital appointment is Thursday, and we have just fluid level and Doppler scan rather than growth. We won't have the growth scan this week. I think we'll have a growth scan next week, so we'll see where it goes. They haven't put me in for a growth scan. I'm assuming that they'll do that on Thursday if need be, so we will see where it goes from there. But they did say that I will potentially have continuous monitoring until they decide to get baby out. So lots of hospital trips, lots of parking fees, and lots of time waiting around in hospital, which isn't fun. So yeah, that's it for the... Say hi. Hi. So that's it for the growth scan update, and that's where we're at with regards to where baby's at. All that's left now is obviously just to wait and play it by ear and just carry on as normal, I presume. You know, I don't have any bad symptoms. I get heartburn, obviously, most nights. I am constantly thirsty. I am constantly on the toilet because I'm constantly thirsty. I've started to get that really sore pressure that you get under, like where your bra sits, at the top of your chest, obviously from your ribs. I get that every day now at the end of the day, and that's really sore there. I have battles with the toilet. It is literally all or nothing, and it's not pleasant at all. There's no in between, and pregnancy is disgusting. But what did you expect watching a pregnancy vlog? But yeah, pregnancy isn't nice, but that's it, isn't it? So yeah, everything downstairs is getting swollen thanks to all that extra blood down there. She's still head down as far as I'm aware. I think she turned at one point last week because I felt hiccups at the top of my bum, and all the big strong movements were right at the bottom, and then the next day it was, she must have turned again, and she was the hiccups were down low again. So, but most of the time she is head down, and her back is normally on my right side. But some days I do feel a shift over and her back's over here and I get booted on this side. But normally I get booted on my left. So yeah, I think that's probably it for symptoms. I don't really have many, like I said at the start, I don't really have many symptoms anyway. I seem to just flow through pregnancies quite easy. But who knows. So yeah, apart from baby names that we're really struggling on at the moment, we just cannot pick a name for the life of us. And I seem to find that it's much harder to pick a girl's name. Like when I was pregnant with Joshua, we really struggled to find a girl's name, but we had a massive list of boys' names. But this time I just can't find a girl's name that we both agree on. Darren likes really opposite names to what I like, and we're just stuck. But I'm sure we'll find one. We'll probably leave the name in until she's born, so that it probably makes it a bit easier to see what they look like and stuff like that. So that's it for updates. Yeah, I will be 33 weeks when I do my next update, to let you all know how the growth scan has gone, because I have it near the end of the 32nd week. So that's it from me. I will show you a quick flash of my bump, as long as this one allows me to, and then I'll call it a day. Should we round it off? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. Come on then, let's round it off. Say bye. Say bye. Say Joshua wave. Say bye. Bye. So this is my 31 week bump. So yeah, it's coming along quite well now.